Hi guys, it's the 1st of the month. What does that mean in the Arch world? It means that the ArcoLinux ISO from ArcoLinux.org has been released, and if you want to shroot, and shrooting is something you should look up, Arch Wiki Shroot on our websites as well, because that will save you some time. So you can exercise before the horror starts, and you can learn how to manage your system. Everything crashes and everything's broken, but you can always fix an ArcoLinux system. Arch Shroot. Okay. So that's one of the reasons why we have in my case, a black USB with the latest Arch on it. It's there in case, right? But normally nothing happens, right? But this is the ArcoLinux ISO from ArcoLinux.org. We boot up, we choose with speech, no speech, and let's go and install it and show you the possibilities. What I'm not gonna do is a manual installation. So super D brave. What I'm not gonna do, so this is coming from Geo Mirror Package Build on the ArcoLinux.com. There are two ways of doing things. Well, many ways, but we explain you that we can have an ArcoLinux way of installing things with old computers, new computers, and we go through phases and you've got an operating system. But there is also the Arch install script, and that's what I'm gonna do now. An Arch install. Anything is possible with ArcoLinux. Provides an installer script called Arch install, and on that particular script we built another ISO, which is called Arco install. That's up here, right? Arco install. It's the same thing as the ArcoLinux ISO, but it isn't. We've added things to it. So read about it here. We have, this is the ArcoLinux ISO. We'll see if it's still correct. And this is the Arco install ISO, which means we can install 10 more desktops. Well, basically tiling window managers, but OpenBox is not really a tiling window manager. But for the rest, right, 27 desktops to choose if you use this ISO, and we have this amount here to the right for Arch. So there we are, we're on Arch. Welcome, he says. There is some things we need to do. That is not my keyboard. One of the things you need to figure out via the wiki is say, what do I need? Is that correct? Let's see. Load keys BE Latin 1. I can make it a little bit bigger, but I need to type something in order to do that and have it up here. Let's take it and type it. Set font ter minus V18N. Voila. I hope that helps a little bit. So I need my keys. You need your keys. We wait long enough. Why are we waiting long enough? In the backend there is the Pacman. Pacman is initiating all its keys and all these files and folders and everything needs to be ready before you start installing things. If you do the manual installation, no problem. But if you immediately go ahead with the Arch install script, which is what we're gonna do, then it might be a little bit too fast. It depends, right? Advanced is something I type behind it because of the fact that I'd like to tell him how many mirrors he needs to take. So in Pacman, so nano etc pacman.conf, we define our package manager. We define how many parallel downloads you should use. None. So 1. I can use parallel downloads these days. I'm on 30. Okay, that is a super fast installation. 30 things separate from each other, parallel downloads. So if I've changed that, my system will install faster. Living here in Belgium, of course, fast internet, etc. Blah blah blah. No such file. Torrent. Okay, no problem. Arch install advanced. Let me quit the torrent there. We don't want to see this all the time. Well, torrent is gone. So look at all the videos we've made. It's always the same thing. My advice to all of you is speak English, right? Even if it's not your mother tongue, it's not my mother tongue either. But I need the words to Google, to ask ChatGPT or Leo from Brave or so many others, right? So it's a choice, but my advice is definitely learn the technical words in English. So keyboard layout is for me a given. I need to go to B11.1, you saw that. And then that's it for me. Mirrors, I know my best mirrors are in Sweden. I know I live in Belgium, but this is awesome, super fast. Okay, this configuration, my choice is this X4, done, back. And disk encryption, I couldn't care less. Swap enabled, sure, why not, but normally no. Bootloader, systemd boot, fine, don't care. Hostname, not important. Root password. Voila. User account, super important, don't forget that one. And then profile, yes, profile, type, desktop. And what I always choose is the same thing, and that's XFCE. Then have a comparison over time. Graphics drivers are important if you're on an Intel machine, fine. NVIDIA Open Kernel, if you need this one or that one, you need to try that out. You need to figure it out. This PC is that choice, that PC is that choice, that PC is that choice. And you just type it somewhere. You have these how do you call it in English? Something you can type with a little machine, and you just put it on there, right? And remembering that's 390, that 340, reference to the NVIDIA drivers. So this is one I need to go do for one of my machines, but this is VMware VirtualBox, so fine with this one. Greeter is LightDM greeter. If you don't like that and you go to SDM, that's our default choice, then it's SDM. Audio, choose. Don't know what this is? Arch Wiki Pipewire, Arch Wiki Pulse Audio. Okay. Network configuration, network manager, parallel downloads, and that's because we typed / or no, minus advanced. 30. Yes, baby. Additional packages if you want something else. You can do that later, right? It's not important. And now Brussels. Install. Yes. Control F. Full screen. Control F. Right control F. And then you can do other things in the meantime. So this is what it looks like if you're on 30 parallel downloads. And of course the big ones, Linux. We'll have to wait always for that one. But how fast can it be, right? Don't look away. Learn these names, systemd things. From time to time, look up what is systemd, what is journal remote, what is this, what is that. Gradually learn. I must say I've used a lot pamac. So super D, pamac-aur can be installed. And it's easy to just use a search and then, I don't know, we were talking about systemd, and then voila, and you click and you read. And you read more if you want to see here. And what is this actually? What does it entail? What do we get with this particular package? And now you know already the important places on your computer, right? etc systemd, journal D is there, login D is there, result is there, sleep is there. So things that you may find interesting at some point in time. So a lot of systemd stuff, but it can be anything, right? If you want to know how many things, dependencies does Firefox have, 43 or something like that, if I remember correctly, right? All of that is needed to run Firefox, to launch it. Where are all the files? User bin, Firefox. Why is there a user bin? What does it stand for? All of these things you can, well, ask ChatGPT as well, or any other AI, but ask around and read a lot, and then you know, oh, that's how it works. All right, in the meantime, voila, as simple as that. Is super fast installation, right? It is. Boom, no. And all you need to type and remember is reboot. Now, this is a virtual machine, so it wants to boot again with the ISO. No, my friend, ISO out, reboot. That's the normal look. The system deboot look. There's grub, system deboot, EFI stop, and limine, I think it's called. Choose. And as usual, use what works, right? When you choose something, use what works. If you've been 6 years, 8 years on grub, no issue, keep grub. Now, you have to know that Wayland is something that's happening, right? So read up, ArchWiki, Wayland, Xorg, X11, compare, read articles. Today, keep with XFCE session. They're developing it, so let's be patient. And this is your system. This is what you get with ArcoLinux. Is it already fully functional? No. Does it have a web browser? No. Well, what do we get then? We get this. Settings from XFCE. There's no intervention, there's no ArcoLinux, right guys? This is pure Archie. This is the package, XFCE4 goodies from Arch. There is appearance in there, so that's cool. We can change the wallpapers and all that, but we don't have packages. So that's what we get. What version are we on? 4.2 might be important. And then it's up to you, right? The video is now 12 minutes, but basically there is no browser, there's not much. Things that you might need. So first of all, sudo pacman. Let's see if I make this bigger. Let's make this full screen. Well, what I can do as well, probably some people say, Eric, why are you staying in the small screen? Because I'm used to it, right? Why go change it for who, right? So keep this configuration, it's bigger now, so what? And then sudo pacman -sy. What does it do? It gets the databases in. There's just core, just extra. If you update, if there's something new, he'll update. There's nothing to update. Sudo pacman -s. All that and all these switches also explained on ArchWiki. Sudo pacman -s. What do we need? We need Firefox. Sure. We want to have something. And how many packages? 44 packages is what we need, minus Firefox. 43 dependencies are needed to run one app. So now we have a window on the world. We've got a browser. And then we can go to arcolinux.info. All of this you don't have to do if you use Arco install. So in the downloads, if you use this one, then it's Arch. And then you have already the repos and you have Paru and Yay and you have everything already available. But here we need to go to the first page. It's all on the first page. How easy is that? Scroll down. ArcoLinux Spices application. If you type in Spices in our YouTube channel, you'll find a lot of videos that use the tool. Because we're on Arch, we're not on ArcoLinux. So we install a package to get to ArcoLinux. All we do is add some spices, like in a dish from the restaurant, right? You get something and then say, okay, let's make it a little bit nicer. So this is basically what we have. The binary, here's the application, the script basically, share, and all stuff. Okay. Now, This you do if there's no graphical interface, but there is a graphical interface. We have a GUI, graphical user interface. So we can actually say, just install this thing, and we do this like that. Sudo pacman minus you are going to install that ArcoLinux Spices. Installing is one thing and launching is another thing. So ArcoLinux, let's see if we can do that. I guess not. ArcoLinux is in settings. Here he is. ArcoLinux Spices. We used to have, if you're watching older videos, we used to have a complex thing, right? We like to program, we're testing, how do we write even such an application? And then suddenly it hit us, it's way too complex. One button to rule them all, right? One ring to rule them all. Super simple, click the button, done. Done update. Now it says we don't need it anymore, we can remove it. So when we update, you'll see there are a few extra lines. All the ArcoLinux repos are here. Now it's just fun, right? Sudo pacman -s. We're Discord guys, we're Telegram guys. And bash is not working. That's the first thing I always install. Sudo pacman -s bash completion. Remember that? Bash completion is this. Log out, log in, log out, log in, open a terminal, sudo pacman -s. What were we going to install? This tab. So when you type tab, it auto completes. Discord is good, Telegram. There we are. All these guys can be installed. Telegram desktop. Off we go. Then we can chat with each other. Telegram is the chit chat, and Discord is actually helping with tough technical stuff, where we'll put your nose in a direction. That's an article, that's a video, but there is no consultancy, right? We don't get paid for that. So we've got, I'll write something already. Let's see if we can have yay and paru or paru git. It's all about choosing, and yay git, and there's also bin. So if one fails, you just switch to the other till you get your AUR helper. This is something that can help you install icons, paru icons. And it's basically gonna look on the AUR, where is the word icons mentioned, and if you type a number like 373, it will install this thing. Right? So that's the App Store, so to speak. Right? You can install stuff. Sudo pacman -s. We'd like to have the Arc GTK theme. We'd like to have the ArcoNet XFCE git. Git is good. No, doesn't look good. Just like that. ArcoNet XFCE. What else? So we have settings for XFCE. We have a design. Arc theme is a coloring theme. The ArcoNet wallpapers maybe. ArcoNet. Oh my God. ArcoNet wallpapers. What else? The surfing icons. We're gonna make it similar to Arco, if not the same in design. And the Bibata cursor. And one more Bibata cursor, where this is just too big for me. Let's do the Bibata cursor later. Voilà. It's a big font. Sudo pacman -s Bibata, because there's some choices and I need to have the cursor theme bin. Voila. And then we have fun, eh? Now we're talking design. We should do the following. Yeah, we go to home or to file system. Some of the stuff is installed in etc-scal, Control H. What's in here is what I need, Control C, and I'm gonna put it on here, Control V, replace everything. That's 1. 2. Now I can go inside the settings, appearance, choose for arc dark, go for icons, which is, let's take Dracul. Haven't seen Dracul in a while. So that's this kind of look. Fonts, not of fonts have not been installed yet, so not of fonts could be installed. I close that. So appearance, icons, fonts. Ah yeah, the Bipata cursor. That's a bit tricky. You would suspect that it's there, but it's actually inside the keyboard. No, somewhere else. Let's make it bigger. Mouse and touchpad. Theme. We can have something, well, left, right, and this is the one I like. Voila, it's very small. Now we log out. Oh no, it's XFCE. We reboot. This is just knowledge, right? So reboot. Let everything apply. What is everything? ArcoNet XFCE. Right? This kind of looks like it even says above ArcoLinux. All these things we have. Arch does not have that. And right mouse click, open terminal here. Nothing happening. Why? Alacrity. Alacrity. Not available. F12 is available. XFCE. So it is really figuring out basically what did ArcoLinux do and what am I missing, because we started with Arch. And Alacrity is a nice terminal. Indeed. Right mouse click, open terminal here, and everything is always the same thing, right? Open with git ahead. There is no git ahead. Sudo pacman -s git ahead, etc. It's choosing. I think I chose git ahead git on mine, and off it goes. Now there is no git, which should look up if you don't know what I'm talking about. But it actually shows what's inside, well, a GitHub project or GitLab project, a Git project. So there you are. The video is 23 minutes. It's good to end here. But basically, I can keep adding choices from multimedia, VLC. Internet, I'll use Chromium Extra, Vivaldi, and Brave. Graphics, I'll have GIMP and Inkscape and Nomax. Development will be code, will be Sublime Text, Melt will be installed, which actually can be easy because, well, yeah, I was just thinking the following. Update, right? Nothing. Update, rip, all of that, it's not available, it's unknown. Well, let's make a video for 30 minutes. We have 5 minutes to do the following. Sudo pacman -s arch linux tweak tool. Git. I'd like to have all the aliases back. There are no aliases from ArcoLinux, which is maybe a very good thing, right? I think many people have their own aliases, and that's cool. But if I want my own, our own aliases, yeah, I need to have the package. And the ATT can do that as well. If you don't know the name of the packages and all that, you just type ATT, or you go in the menu and just launch it from there. It's somewhere up here, but it's super fast just typing it like this. And then we have here not services but shells. Bash and bash completion are already installed, so don't do that. We can remove this, don't do that. Override your bash RC with the ATT bash RC, yes baby, right? Or we can revert back. One of the things I can also recommend, certainly if you're learning, right? Certainly if you're learning, is switching to fish. So update, the best example, update works again. What are all my aliases? Those are all your aliases. They're all there. So the tip, I still have 4 minutes. Fish. Why not use fish? When I do Control T, sudo pacman -s, tap, 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 tap. Okay, that's bash. Let's install fish. Go to the shells, fish, right? Fish is already installed. Override your config fish with ATT. Done. Install the my fish, but apply fish. Log out. It says log out, log out. We also want a nicer this thing, right? Why can't they make it nice by default? It's such a great login manager. Control T. This looks different. You see the color? Sudo pacman -s. What was again that switch? C was remove all packages from cache. A very important one. D is skip all dependencies checks. G was display, and voila, you can read. And all the rest as well. Q, right? Q something. Something what? What was it again? And so on, right? I've read a lot of this. Probably not gonna work. Let's try. Voila. Man does not exist. Sudo pacman -s. You have to do everything. Everything. If you have an arch, you have to do really everything. So let's get man pages in. My password. Voila. Man pacman. Unknown command. Still something missing. Is not man pages. Unknown command man. Sudo pacman -s. Man database. Voila. Let's see if this is the trick. Yes, that's already something, but we need something else, and that is bat. We are basically partially an arch on Arco, right? And we use bat. Why bat? Because of this. This is just beautiful. I like the look, the design, the structure, the compartments, right? It is really readable. If it's all white, it's super not readable. But this is great. Enfin, another tip, right? I have 1 minute left. But I think I've explained everything I wanted to explain, in the sense that fish can help you, right? You can ask a lot of things. Sudo pacman. Oh yeah, that's why I went there, to have a look at all the switches, because you don't know the switches. So D, Q, R, S. R is remove, super important. Sudo pacman -remove. How remove? Skip all dependency checks, very important. Do it all the time. 15 seconds. Just for fun. Voila. All right. One last thing. Yeah, one last thing. Sudo pacman listen to what I say. Remove now stupid. RNS. Remove now stupid. Firefox. Look what happens. Voila. Everything that's not needed, not any dependencies that are needed stay, but everything that can be removed will be removed. Firefox is out. Not the other 43, well, 42 packages, right? That's where I end the video. Remove now stupid, look it up. RNS, what is R, what is N, what is S, and then you'll know that's interesting. All right, cheers.